Green Shin is getting his LR, so it is confirmed he is getting the LR, which is pretty cool. I definitely think he's going to be very strong. We're going to go ahead and read his details in a minute. I'm going to go and get him level 100. Surprisingly, I already have him Super Awakened 6, which I don't know why, but I do. So that's good. It takes out a step that I need to do. So yeah, we're going to get him up to level 100, but let's go ahead and switch over and let's read some of the details, because I actually think that the details for Shin are going to be pretty good. Like, I think that he's very strong, very strong. So obviously this is how he looks. They completely changed the outfit he had from his original design, so it's going to be pretty tough from here on out to guess which unit could possibly be what if they have multiple versions, because of the fact that he completely switched up. Esterosa was easy because Esterosa at least followed somewhat of the original design. He completely just changed it. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's stop wasting time. Here is his passive skill. So this is crazy, by the way. This is what, so let me, hold on. Let me actually, this is what we were working with before. This is what he had before, by the way. So take that in. This is what he had before. Now he has all, this is crazy. So basic stats of applicable allies increase by 5%, and he decreases damage taken by 15% for each one in battle. Really, really good. Really good. So 15% basic stats, and what is that? 40%? 45%. 45%. I had to think about that real quick, right? 45. Okay. Damage reduction. Nice, nice, nice. Humans, catastrophe, sacrifice. So pretty good. He works for 3 types of classifications, which we want that. We want that because we want an all-rounder. We don't just want humans. We don't just want catastrophes and sacrifice. We want multiple teams Shin could be ran on. So I'm happy about that. When the hero inflicts damage on the enemy, the hero's attack-related stats increase by 15%. When this effect reaches 2 or more stacks, so he can get up to 30% attack-related stats, it's removed and he increases the skill ranks of allies, which he always did, by the way. So it's nice that they reduced it from 3 to 2 and increased the 8% to 15. Really good, really good. And removes 2 orbs from one enemy with the most orbs in their ultimate move gauge. Now, this actually could be a little tricky to play around, because what if you do this, right? And the enemy with the highest, or yeah, with the most orbs in their ult gauge, what if it's someone you actually didn't want to deplete, right? Or something like that. I could see it being a little messy at times, I feel like, because if you do that, well, I mean, I guess it's going to be pretty easy to do this effect. Now that I'm thinking, you just have to attack twice with Shin. Or is it, I'm gonna test it out, actually. I'm just gonna test it out. I can't remember if you do an AoE and it counts. I can't remember, actually. Because if you do an AoE and that counts, that's actually crazy. That's actually really crazy. In PvP, if allies' combat class is higher than the enemy's, it applies detonator on all enemies at the start of battle, fixes lifesteal at its initial value. Ooh, yes, very good. So that means detonator, you can't increase lifesteal at all, which is wild. Now, I will say it's not better than Infect, but I actually think that it could still be useful in the sense that they can increase it through their attack related stats, stuff like that. But it will only really be useful if they can increase attack related stats or all stats, right? If they're just increasing basic stats, not really going to be too important. But yeah, definitely still good. Yeah, that is really good. Definitely. Whew. Additional damage equal to 30% of max HP after using a skill. That is, oh my god. So they're going to take 30 they're going to take 30% of their max HP. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That's crazy, right? Because if you're using LR Beatrice and Subaru, and I use them because they're the only real, I say this, but they're the only real human that I can think of right now that has an AoE lifesteal. I don't think there's any other humans that can do it. So if you just pair them up with Shin does, oh, well, I guess your team has to be higher though. If it's not, So anyone who faces a mirror match with Shin, if Shin just if the team just out CCs you, you're not screwed, but you are at a innate disadvantage, which is kind of wild. That is kind of crazy. But if the enemy out CCs you, if you go second and they have LR Beatrice and Subaru, you're done. Like, you're literally done. Because even if you could recover, let's say you could recover, Shin will literally just fix your lifesteal, so you can't increase it anyway. That's pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Is it absolutely busted? I don't think so. But it's still nice to have. And the additional damage also, because they, again, get someone with infect, they can't heal, boom. When an applicable ally uses a skill on an enemy afflicted with detonator. You really do want to just go first with Shin. That's so. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure he doesn't have a way of applying detonator with his skills before I keep going. That's crazy. 20% attack related stats increase, and then final damage taken decreased by 40%, including counter. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me just look at this. This is a really stacked passive. To be honest, it's really only stacked for PvP, but I definitely think you could still use this in PvE as well. All right, so his first skill now inflicts raid instead of, what was it before? Was it weak point? Was it weak point? Yeah. So it's the spiritual successor to weak point. Okay. I could dig that. Raid is attack plus 80% when using a skill. And then I'm assuming this is at rank 3, 204% attack on all enemies. What was it before? Just kind of, it was 185. It was 185. Okay. Now it's 204. So a little bit of a damage increase. I don't hate it. Okay, so yeah, again, raid is 80% when using a skill. Yeah, not bad. Not terrible, because this is an AoE too, right? We'll have to see the damage it does when they're debuffed, but not terrible. So this is an AoE as well. So this now, so the AoE now inflicts power strike. And then it also decreases their damage dealt by 100% for 2 turns. So yeah, this is definitely rank 3. Damn, damage dealt decrease. Oh, that is super good. What is Rudo? What is Rudo's? I know Rudo's. I think his is higher. So I actually think Rudo's is higher. What is his turn limit though? Yeah, I figured he still only has it. This might even be better than Rudo's low key. Yeah, this low key, this is just straight up better because it lasts longer and it has an additional power strike effect. Yeah, this is just straight up better than Rudo's right here. Wow, that's crazy. Does Shin just straight up kind of counter Rudo, by the way? I think he does. I think because if you go first, fixed lifesteal, I mean, all the amount of damage you're going to be taking after you use a skill is going to be so crazy. It's gonna be so crazy. Maybe he's not like the absolute counter, but he definitely cucks him a lot, I feel like, because Shin has 2 AoEs. He can't protect the allies. Excuse me, he can't protect the allies with 2 AoEs. Decreases damage dealt. Oh, man, and that should be a gray debuff, right? This debuff decreases damage dealt. That should be a gray debuff. So, I like it. I do like it. I actually like it. And in his ultimate move, they actually did buff it a little bit. So now the Shatter does 693. What was it before? 630. Okay. I mean, it's not like the biggest buff, but whatever. The little extra damage helps. It helps. So yeah, Shin looks really good. Like, he actually looks like actually really good. I'm impressed. I'm actually super impressed what they did with Shin here. Let's go ahead and get him to level 100. I will get him LR when he comes out. You know, might as well just try and keep up. I know I'm missing a lot of LRs, but I might as well just try and keep up with the ones that come out, right? Eventually, I'll be able to get all of them, I think, if I just keep playing. Yeah, I like him. I actually really think he's going to be a nice addition to not only humans, but catastrophes, sacrifices. I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with sacrifices. We are not getting any boosted to, okay, what the hell? I'm not familiar with, whatchamacallit. I'm not familiar with the sacrifice team. Let's look at his skills and everything like that. I want to see something, by the way. I am going to use him in battle. This might end up being where people cut out, but I do want to see his skills. It's been a minute since I've seen them. So, okay, so we got the AoE concentrate fire. That does look pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. It does look pretty bad. This was early Grand Cross. The effects are, well, let me see rank 3. Now that still looks pretty terrible. I mean, you guys saw the rate of, the rank up too, by the way. It just, we have the ranks in our hands, so it won't obviously rank up, but, oh, actually it did. It actually rank up. 332. Okay, cool. All right, let's see this one. Let me see how bad this looks. Okay, that's not the worst. By the way, they did remove the ultimate move decrease too. So that's completely gone. I wish they would have kept it in his passive. I do wish they would have kept it in his passive. That would have been really fun. Really fun. All right, what are you looking like for the ultimate here, Shin? Let me see what you're looking like for the ultimate. Okay, a little orbital strike. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It does really look really good, actually. They've always been good with their ults, though. Is that like an Eggman, or is that supposed to be Valenti? Damn. I don't know if that's supposed to be Valenti or Eggman reference right there. But it's still cool nonetheless. I do want to take him into an event real quick. So let me cut, and then, you know, I'll wrap up the video after I see, you know, see how he performs right now. All right, guys, so I'm going to take him into the source of corruption. I'm not taking him into anything too crazy. It's just a, you know, a very easy event. I just want to see the damage that he can do. Unfortunately for my boy Shin, I actually don't have equipment. That sucks because I really think that he's going to be good. I'll find some equipment or make some whatever. But all right, let's see what he can do. Valenti in the back. I got Bond for the extort, you know, trying to make him look as good as possible. I do want to see what he could do before, you know, he goes into LR. Obviously, it's not going to do anything, but 2 AoEs is very good, so I have it here. Now, I do want to see something about his passive even now. Can you activate that skill rank up effect that he has if you hit all the enemies? Because when there are 3 or more of this effect before he LR. So let me see, because if he can just, I mean, if he could just activate that right away, that's like, honestly, that's just so crazy. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do let's do that. Let's hit him with this. No, we'll stick to this one. I think I do just want to see what we're gonna look at here. Let's see. Let's just see what we got here from Shin here. 222. Okay. What I actually didn't expect him to do that much. I'll be completely honest. I actually did not expect him to do that much damage. But I answered my own question, so it does seem like I have to hit. It does seem like even hitting AoEs won't trigger this to get to 3 automatically. It does seem like you legitimately have to do 3 card attacks. Okay, I was just wondering. Don't yell at me. I was just wondering. All right, we'll wrap up here. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with LR Shin. I am excited because this LR or this unit really never got a chance to shine much. It was kind of just a unit that did damage. I'd use air quotes, but did damage, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of our boy LR Shin here. Smooth design, not my favorite, but it looks smooth. It definitely looks smooth.